Good morning. Jennifer Smith, True Love Scam Recovery, Narcissistic Abuse Unwound. Before we start, I want to say if you hear a faint meow in the background, it's really a meow. It's my cat, Sushi. Today we are going to talk about something huge, very small word, only 3 letters, but massively important to all of us. S-E-X. We're going to talk about sex. Sex and the sociopath. Sex and maybe that person you are calling a narcissist. Sex is really important. It's part of a romantic adult consenting relationship. It's a significant part of it. Sexual interaction, sexual intimacy is something that we need, we want. It grows the relationship. It's where we get our babies. It's a big deal. Even now, in the days currently where a hookup is the thing that can start a relationship or not, putting it first like that can seem, a lot of things. Unhealthy, risky, right? All of that is there. But amazing, because to me it kind of signifies how much sex matters. When a sociopath approaches a normal person, sometimes the sex is right away. Sometimes it's not. Some of these are long distance. Yes, this is all carried out by emails or Facebook messaging or WhatsApp. In that way, sex is not always a piece of it because their innate quality that zaps us and ensnares people is effective even through digital communications. However, when we are in person, they've observed normal people put this really huge significance on this particular behavior, this sexual act. And they jump in. They know that for us, this means we are in a relationship. It's official. It makes them look normal. It causes us to trust them more deeply. And we feel more connected to them because we've been involved sexually. This is not what is happening for them. They don't feel connection. This pathology disallows emotions such as love, like, care, or any bonding or connection from themselves to anyone else outside their body. They've never felt any of this. In addition to that, mind-blowing newsflash, they are not attracted to us. They're not attracted to us emotionally. They're not attracted to us physically. They can, quote, enjoy, end quote, sex in their own way. They do use people as sex dolls, essentially, and they can be very violent in sex. They might go to prostitutes. Some of them act as sex workers occasionally or consistently themselves. Keep in mind, a key piece of what they are constantly watching out for is keeping what they are and do hidden from specific prey. When they are with us, there are others, and these others may see a whole different person, so to speak. Here we are, back to little old us, newly married, newly living together. We think this is the most amazing person we have ever met, more amazing than any human could ever possibly be. This is the sociopath effect. It's automatic. If you think they're cute, if you like them, this is the result. It's inevitable. It's unavoidable. We are enraptured, enthralled, ensorcelled, stunned. Let's say within a few days they've moved themselves in, because we all know that happens. In this entrapment, we find ourselves doing things we would never, ever otherwise do if this were a normal person. We're living together, maybe married, maybe it takes 6 months. Nevertheless, if you are living together or married, people in this position I refer to as primary prey, meaning we're a little bit more of a big fish, value-wise, in the sociopath's mind than some of the other prey, perhaps. We are usually, especially if we get married, a respectability facade or a vehicle for them to ride to gain property, as in real estate, money in a bigger way because our things are now legally theirs. Definitely a place to hide out. They might have parents who've been on their back. Why aren't you married? You're 40 years old and all your brothers and sisters are married. What's wrong with you? You're always in trouble. Whatever the parents say. So the sociopath, what do they need at all times? To make sure they are safe and to get more. What's required to make sure they're safe? Looking normal. That's number one on top of the list. Seeming normal. And then how do they get more? By seeming normal. By seeming to be regular people. By seeming to do the right things, such as get married. Once you're married or living together, in most cases with primary prey, married or living together, the sociopath withdraws sexually. They end it. They avoid it. They begin to sleep at different times from when you are sleeping. They stay up all night and sleep through the day. The most surprising bit of all is that a majority of these creatures will remove themselves from the bedroom, sleep in a different bedroom, or on the couch. It really doesn't matter to them. They simply don't want to have sex with us. They might pop back in once in a while to do some kind of maintenance sex just to remind us that we're in a relationship and they are normal. As awful and horrible and terrible and heartbreaking as this is, can you see that as keeping themselves safe by looking normal so that they can take more? This is a lot. Gut-wrenching. I so understand how heavy this is. But when they reject us sexually, really and truly, we are so fortunate because on the other side of that, they will keep up sexual activity with one or two of their primary prey, but it is not pleasant. You can be used as a sex doll. Horrific activities that are happening, that if you've experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to spell it out or say it out loud. Once I was married, after the sex had stopped, the next bombshell was, we could stay married and live in separate places. And I said, why would we do that? There's much, much, much more to this whole sex thing with sociopaths. We could easily talk about sex and sociopaths for 5 or 6 or 10 or 12 podcasts, I think. I have an article on my website called 20 Sexual Characteristics or Traits of a Sociopath, something like that. Feel free to search it on my website by putting the word sex into the search bar. You will probably pull up about 5 or 6 articles about sociopaths and sex. The website is www.truelovescam.com. And this is Jennifer Smith of True Love Scam Recovery signing off from the podcast Narcissistic Abuse Unwound.